Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Ireson, and I'm an associate professor in SENS and a member of the Global Institute for Water Security. And I'm also the director of the Masters in Water Security program. All water is dependent on life, as we know, and ecosystems and human society have evolved over the last 10,000 years in a period of stable climate. In the recent period, due to climate change and due to intensified human uh, activities which are modifying the land surface, this stability is basically at threat. And so we face an uncertain future. And so securing sustainable access to water, food, and energy without compromising nature is a defining challenge of our time. So I, like many others, am trying to use my skills to improve our understanding of aspects of this system, and particularly the way that climate, water, and vegetation interact. And so hopefully through that work, we can sort of develop a better understanding and better predictions of how the system's going to change in the future. My research focuses on the physical processes that determine how water moves through the terrestrial environment. And the reason it's important to do this is because, again, we want to try to develop improved predictions of what will happen under various types of change and how that may threaten human society or ecosystems, for example, through flooding or through effects on vegetation, that kind of thing. So I'm developing improved understanding of hydrological processes, and with the view of trying to improve our ability to predict how these systems respond to change. At school, I really liked maths and physics, and so I did an engineering degree, which I thought would be a sort of a practical thing where I'd take those skills and use them. And then I really wanted to work on something that I thought would be valuable for society. And so I did, after working for a couple of years, I went back and did a master's in hydrology and really fell in love with that subject. And I've never wanted to do anything else since then. So I did my PhD, and then I eventually landed this faculty position in the University of Saskatchewan. So I love math and physics. Hydrology is a really quantitative subject, so and it's also really important. So it's the perfect thing for me to do. I'm a bit of a bad and a slow reader, and I don't read as much as I'd like to. At the moment, I'm trying to read a book called Sophie's World, which is an introduction to the history of philosophy for kind of teenagers. I like reading books like that. It's really nice. I like a variety of music, but because of where I grew up and when I grew up, I really like 90s music from Britain. And so that's what really makes me feel nostalgic, and I like listening to that. So one thing you may never have heard, a band you may never have heard of, is called Gorgie Zygotic Minchi. That's one I recommend people check out. Biggest positive outcome of working from home for me is that I get to spend more time with my kids. My favorite place on earth, I think, is the Isle of Mull in Scotland, which is where my sister lives and where I used to go on holiday as a child. It's just really beautiful islands, beautiful scenery, and I just love being there.